Alright, put the pitchforks away.
Yes, I am late to Parkour Civilization.
And honestly, this felt like it was popular for like one day anyways. Anyways, you're probably wondering what got me to watch this. Well, it was the Minecraft movie. Let me explain. Okay, so I just got out of the Minecraft movie, so I did what a normal person would do. I decided to rant online. Guys, I just watched the Minecraft movie. I didn't like it. Watch Parkour Civilization. So what did I decide to do? Well, I decided to Google what the heck it is and then watch it. But I watched it. Now, I'm going to give you my complete, honest review. Okay, let me pause. Before I tell you my opinion on Parkour Civilization, I need to tell you the lore. How to do it, sorry. So why don't we have Edvo explain how parkour works?
Want to survive? You have to parkour. Every parkour noob has the same goal, and that's to make it to the top layer where all the parkour pros live. Except most parkour pros are born on the top layer.
Okay, so basically what Edvo is saying is parkour means everything here. A form of currency in this world is parkour. A way to get food in this world is parkour. Heck, he even has to parkour to get around his house. And something to note real quick is every parkour noob does not want to be a parkour noob. They want to be a parkour pro. But the only way to advance to become a parkour pro is you have to complete the temple. And the temple is probably really hard for the parkour noobs. And the only way you can get past the entrance of the temple is you have to get a ticket. And you have to do a course on ticket day to get a ticket. So what did Edvo do? Well, he got that darn ticket. And bad news alert. Yeah, he kind of failed the jump. On the easiest jump, too. Yeah, this is kind of embarrassing, Edvo. Maybe if you weren't monologuing too much, you would have made the dang jump. Now, you're probably assuming that Edvo is dead. Well, no, not really. Alright, if you fall all the way to the bottom, well, you don't die, but you go to a prison. You also have to do one jump every 30 seconds. It's kind of like being a hamster in a hamster wheel. And Edvo, this time I would recommend not falling. You know, because you could die in lava. But anyways, each day a random noob is picked out to do a random parkour test. And these parkour tests are usually hard. And Edvo was chosen to do the parkour test today, which he deserves. Look at this clip. And Edvo finally completed the course, and he wasn't a disappointment. Good job, Edvo. Seriously, good job. But Edvo is desperate to get out of prison. I mean, of course he is. He has to do parkour every 30 seconds. I could not handle that personally. So, of course, Edvo tries to escape, but just listen to what the guard said.
No one says you have to stay here. You can leave at any time.
But there is a catch. Well, basically, if you want to get out of prison without doing the time, you kind of have to give up getting a ticket to the temple. But Edvo thinks it's worth it, so he gets out of prison. Okay, so Edvo basically starts living his life normal again, but there's one thing. He kind of wants to get a ticket to the temple. And bad news alert, he cannot get a ticket to the temple. Well, that doesn't mean he can't get a ticket from somebody. Yeah, that's right. This old man is really helpful. Okay, so what happens is this old man gives Edvo a ticket. Edvo, you better not fumble the bag on this one, buddy. Yo, let's go. He made it. Well, I guess that means he's a parkour pro. But while Edvo became a parkour pro, he realized something. He realizes that there are 4 different levels of parkour civilization. I did not mean to do that. But that should be the least of his worries. What he should be worried about is there are new rules. Okay, so basically you have to do a job every day so you can get a ticket to create a parkour course that you haven't done before. Well, Edvo was basically feeling lazy and he wanted to take a break from doing his daily tasks. And this made one of the parkour masters angry. So basically they challenged him to a parkour battle. Okay, you're probably wondering what the hell is a parkour battle? It's hard to explain. Honestly, yeah, it really is complicated to explain. But this dweeb decided to challenge Edvo to a parkour battle. Little did he know that Edvo was going to do a 360. And that 360 ended up helping him out in the long run. So after the parkour master got beat, he basically decided to give Edvo a totem of undying. And to shorten the story up a little bit, Edvo trained to do the parkour master test. And Edvo was doing pretty good on the parkour master test until this guy basically tried to stop him, and he put TNT on the pressure plate that Edvo stepped on. But Edvo, yeah, he beat him in a parkour battle. Okay, the parkour masters are kind of the rich people of society. They don't really have to do that much, and they live in skyscrapers. And, well, you have to have a water bucket to live in this civilization. And if you're seen doing an easy jump, you basically become a social outcast. Well, Edvo went exploring a little bit, and he found out something major. You know the jizz. Watch the video. Okay, Edvo basically realizes that every, person in the civilization is born with one memory, and this is that memory.
Look, I told you it was possible.
No way. That was actually incredible. All right, well, I got my money's worth.
Let's go. I got paid for parkour.
If you want, I can keep making more parkour for you to do, and I'll pay you for it.
So yeah, basically every noob gets a false memory put in their mind. Also, they get this stupid parkour test to do right when they wake up, which I couldn't do it right when I wake up, honestly, so I would be a noob, I guess. Okay, basically, Sailor made Edvo jump on a brew instead, and that ended up knocking Edvo out. And next thing Edvo knows, he is in a tournament of parkour battles, whatever. I don't know what to call it, man. And Edvo was doing pretty good in this tournament until we got to the parkour champion. Yeah, he lost. And the parkour champion just did not give a crap about the noobs, so he gave up on them. There was no more pros down there. And Edvo just gave up. Okay, long story short, this cookie guy inspires Edvo to go fight the parkour champion, and well, Edvo becomes a new parkour champion. Sorry, I just wanted to get this video done.